Hello everyone, once again. For those who are joining us for the first time, this is Atenya Moses, a player of rollball, Team Kenya, and in Kenya I play for GA rollball team. And I think we are in a journey that we started off of how I started playing rollball, or how I came to know about rollball. And the other thing is a continuation of where we stopped at how the Rwanda experience, or I'm just going to talk about the East African Rollball Championships that were held in Rwanda. Now, after the news about the trip to Rwanda came about, I was really excited because my friends from childhood, those who went to some of these schools, had the chance of really representing Kenya in the East African high school competitions. And the match I could go with my basketball was provincial levels, and this was a chance for me to brag about leaving the country for once. And I remember the team, everyone was so much excited, giving out the best during trainings. We could really train and train. No one wanted to miss out on the list of guys who are going to Rwanda. So, and one of the things that was an advantage for me, not being a good skater or being the youngest, I think I had this unique jump shot that I used to score. So I think that was one of my selling points on if I was to pitch of why I should go to Rwanda with the team. So as the days went by, I was really excited, looking forward to the time to go to Rwanda. Then I forgot that traveling outside the country required a passport. Wow. I didn't have a passport. And looking at the days that were remaining before we could travel to Rwanda, there were very few days, and I really needed a passport. Okay, and if you didn't have a passport, traveling within East African community, your ID was enough for you to cross the boundaries that separate our countries. So again, I didn't have a national ID. I had applied for while I was still in high school, but by the time I was leaving school, while my friends were getting their IDs, I was in quite a hurry to leave school. So once again, I didn't have an ID. So I had to travel back home to go and look for my ID back in high school. So when I went back to high school, the ID again wasn't there. And there was this thing that they were saying, you can travel, if you don't have an ID, you can travel you can get a passport using your parents' ID. But again, I was over 18 years, so that meant I could not use my parents' IDs or information to acquire a passport. So the challenge was, now where will I get my ID? What am I going to do? The trip is nearing. So I was back at home, and while at home, I kept on asking I had to go again and start the process of applying for an ID once again. So I could ask my parents for more and more information as I looked for ways of getting an ID. And I really didn't want this trip really to pass. And I had been working, giving my best, looking forward for this trip. So every now and then I could receive calls from Joe. How far have you gone with your ID, or how far have you gone with your passport application? And I was just like, we're working on it. We're working on it. So that time I was just at home working on the fields. We have our agricultural land, and when you're just home, man, you just have to work at the farm, or else the policy is you won't eat without working. So I was at home telling my parents of this chance that I had, but nothing could be done. And I received the call before they had to travel, and I was like, man, you guys will just have to go. For me, on my side, things are not well. So guys traveled, and I was just at home working, imagining how I could be with the team, or what my team members were doing back in Rwanda. It was a tough time, but the kind of work that was happening at home, the farm work, uh, I think the way they say, if you have a habit that you don't want, the only way to take away that habit is replacing that habit with another thing. So I think with the kind of work that was happening back at home, I really didn't feel that big pinch of not being with the team. The reality hit when I went back to Nairobi, because luckily the games were during my break from school, so I could get a chance if I had the chance to go. So time to get back to school had really come, and I had to go back to Nairobi. And traveling back at home was a relief too, because it felt like I had traveled with the team to Rwanda, because the group of guys who we used to skate together did not see me around. So it was automatic that I, with the team, went all the way to Rwanda. And I came back and started listening to stories of how the trip was. My cousin Philip had gone, Kevin Bwire, Alan Amuma, Musa Joffrey, and I could hear some of the stories that they really had. Dam Anthony too was there, and they were really exciting stories that wished you really had. You were with the team. The long bus ride, 24 hours journey to Rwanda. The cultural shock, the cultural experience, the beautiful ladies from Rwanda. You know, everyone knows about the story about Rwanda ladies, and the experience of where they slept. They were good stories that I wish one day I will have an experience with them, just to come and share with you how it was, and about how the games went. And we thank God they really represented us well, and they took the trophy. So they were position 1, and despite not being with them, we just had that pride and joy of knowing that your team members really went ahead, and after coming back, they really did a good job. They represented the nation very well. And so when you got back to training now, there was this big giant that was up ahead, and that was Rollball World Cup. Second Rollball World Cup was here, and it was happening at Kasarani. The first ever Rollball World Cup happened in India, and now Kenya had a representation to the first Rollball World Cup, and now the second Rollball World Cup had come to Kenya. This time it was our chance to host, and now for the second Robo World Cup, it was now time for us to really showcase. To get the story about the second Robo World Cup, stay tuned. Remember to stick with us. Like, share, subscribe. Invite a friend to come and get the story, my story about, and the story about rollball, how it has been. And remember to like, subscribe, share, comment. Let us interact. Let us be partners. Let us grow together. And stay tuned for the second Robo World Cup that happened at Kasarani International Indoor Arena, Kenya. And these clips that you're watching are facilitated by Kenya Airways, as you can see from the kind of t-shirt that I'm putting on. And on my right hand side is this is my logo as Atenya, the sports person. This is Atenya, art for Atenya Moses. Number 8 is the logo for my sports, and I love aviation too. And on my left hand side is the Atenya Airways logo. And what they really do is help you if you're having a hard time, or if you don't know how to book a flight. You can contact Kenya Airways, and they will help you at a small fee to book your flights, to help you in seeing the available flights that you can have. And to find me, you can find me on Facebook at Atenya Moses 8. Then Instagram too, Atenya Moses 8. After the Moses S, the last S, you just put 8, and you'll find me. Let us grow together. God bless you. Be blessed.